It's The Broker Show. We're talking real estate, investing, local market trends, feel-good stories, mindsets, and strategies for success. Let us know what you want to talk about, and chances are we will. Hosted by The Broker Joe and co-hosted by Etch.
Welcome to The Broker Show. We are here live back in the cozy basement.
The basement.
For round two.
I feel like it's like some swanky bar that, the name, The Basement, like they used to go to in college.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sure. We should name it at some point. I'll wait till some sort of revelation, hits me in the face, and we'll come up with some really cool name. But for now, it's just The Broker Show in Joe's basement. That works.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's got a ring to it.
Yeah. So we're chilling down here. You may have noticed our episode name this week is episode 22. Sleep your way to the top.
Ooh, scandalous.
Now, it is not as scandalous as it might seem. This is not about Hollywood. This is actually talking about sleep and rest and how much it can contribute to success, and you can really sleep and rest your way to the top. Etch really likes the episode name.
I love it. I do. Like I said, it reminds me of college stuff. So there we are. We're in the basement. We're
absolutely
sleeping our way to the top.
Exactly.
It's funny because when you're over 30, I feel as though the whole term "sleep your way to the top" changes. It's now exactly what we're talking about.
It is.
Getting rest and sleeping so that you can perform better. So
yes.
Man, any way you put that, it just sounds dirty.
There is, it does, but we're going to move away from that. We're going to really talk about sleeping and resting. And I got to say that this is an episode where everything I think I'm talking about today, I'm going to hear the words of my wife ringing in the back of my mind. And as soon as she sees it, she's going to be like, "Are you kidding me? All that stuff is stuff I've been telling you for years." And she's right. You can take credit, babe. You can take so much credit, and you're exactly right. And I'm here testifying of the power of sleep and rest. So sleep, rest, relax, refresh, recharge, sleep. They're all topics. They're all words that we see. They come across our screens on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, social media, on the TV and ads about the vacation you're going to go on this pillow that's going to give you the best night's sleep ever, the mattress that's going to change your life, the recliner that's going to change your life, how easy it will be to do this. This is going to make your life easier, right? So much in our life and the marketing that is directed at this crazy generation that is running around at breakneck speed, trying to accomplish more, squeeze more into every moment. All this advertising coming at us, talking about how we can optimize the time we have because they know we all need rest. We're tired. We're waking up. We're hitting the snooze button. We're getting through the last couple seconds of sleep, which that snooze sleep is worthless, by the way. I'll explain that in a minute. But we're jumping out of bed with the bare minimum time to go shower, get up, wipe the sleep out of our eyes, and drop the kids off at school, make it to work, do whatever we have to. It's not healthy. It is not healthy. And I am guilty as anyone out there. If anything I'm saying is kind of hitting you where it hurts, hey, I'm preaching to myself. I'm preaching to the choir. These are all habits that are bad, that I'm not super proud of. But you know what? We need to talk about them if anything's going to change. So I'm talking to myself. There is, something I like. I really look at Scripture. I'm a Christian. I like to base what I do on faith and what God might have to say or think about it. And there's a scripture in Matthew 11 that says, "Come to me if you're weary, and I'll give you rest." A very well-known scripture. God wants us to have rest. He wants me to rest. He wants me to be relaxed. He wants me to be at peace.
That's why he gave you the day of the Sabbath.
Right? He did.
Yeah.
He did. He
Rest.
wants us to find peace and find rest.
On the seventh day,
Yep.
you rested.
So I have through.
What was it, 8th?
Yeah, on the seventh day.
Been a minute. I got to dust mine off here. My dad would
Genesis
not be proud
chapter
right now.
2. So a lot of business conferences and talk and that I've been to, that I've experienced in my life, and a lot. I don't know it all. A lot more yet to learn, but a lot of focus on sleep and rest and white space and all the other things, gray space, white space, all these different theories but at the end of the day, what is a fact that we all know is how important rest is, right? So there's this book, and I won't dive into the theme behind the book too much, but it's called Tools of Titans. Is worth a read. It's a pretty deep dive by Tim Ferriss, and he interviews 200 of the world's top performing athletes. Okay. And one of the things that comes out, all these consistent habits and behaviors and routines and schedules and motivating factors, all the different, all the minutia behind the success of these incredible athletes. One thing that really rose to the top was that all of them religiously get 8 to 10 hours of sleep every single night.
God, wouldn't that be good?
When's the last time? When is the last time you have had 8 to 10 hours? This is terrible.
No, if I break it up in a day, because like every now and then I'll do the morning show, and I'm done around 10 o'clock. I'll stick around, get some stuff done.
Yeah.
And if it's been a challenging week, I'll make sure that I go home and try to rest. And my wife's always like, "You're resting too long. A nap's a nap. It's like 30 minutes." She's like, "Not 2 hours and 30 minutes." I'm like, listen, if my body's telling me I gotta sleep,
I'm listening to my body, baby. Okay? We look at people. One guy that I look at, I admire The Rock. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Dwayne Johnson. I love this man, right? If you follow him on Instagram, this guy is like every day he's conquering the world. Every freaking day. You look and he's doing something else insane. And you would think a guy like this, kind of what you tend to think is, he's operating on different mechanics. This guy doesn't sleep, right?
Yeah.
And you would kind of think and assume that it is not true. If you look into these successful people and the amount of sleep they get, how important it is to them, it's incredibly important. They get more sleep than we do. And yet somehow we're having trouble accomplishing what we want to accomplish. And I think all of you know what I'm going to say. Sleep leads us to recharging the brain, recharging the body, and optimizing our performance throughout the day. And I hate to break down how we go about our lives in words like performance and optimization, but at the end of the day, it is true. If I can focus, right? Our brain consumes 25% of our energy. Just our brain, just this little space up here. So it's not running, not the legs moving, the arms waving, the mouth running. It is the brain uses 25% of it. It's using up a lot of power, a lot of energy, and we're not conscious of it enough. I have a little list here, Etch.
All right.
I have a list of names that everyone might know. This little list I looked up here. And this is when these people wake up in the morning.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm not here to sleep shame anyone. Okay. That's not why I'm here, but
2021, year of disclosures.
But there is a reason, right? There's a reason behind it. So, Mary Barra is the CEO of GM. She gets up at 6. Not too bad. I can do that, right? Yeah. Tim Armstrong, he's the CEO of AOL, 5:15. CEO of Xerox, 5:15. CEO of GE, 5:30. Now we get in the heavy stuff. CEO of Pepsi, 4 o'clock. CEO of Fiat Chrysler, 3:30.
Jeez.
Co-founder of PIMCO, 4:30. Founder and chairman of Virgin Group, that's Richard Branson. Love Richard Branson, 5:45. CEO of Virgin America, 4:15. Jack Dorsey, everyone knows who Jack Dorsey is, right? He's the Square CEO, very well-known guy, very influential, 5:30. Tim Cook, CEO of Apple, of course he gets up at 3:45. Of course he got up at 3:45, right? And then we have CEO of Disney, 4:30. Michelle Obama says she gets up at 4:30 every morning. Founder of Starbucks gets up at 5. CEO of Starwood Hotels, 5 o'clock. CEO of Walmart, 5 o'clock, and on it goes. These guys are getting up early, right? And actually what that study says, that the average, they get up at, here's the mind-blowing thing. It's not like they're getting up, they're jumping out of bed and they're jumping into work. That's not the point. The point is all these people say they get up an average of 3 hours before their workday starts.
Jeez.
Now let that sink in.
Yeah.
That is the revelation here for me, right? This is a revelation to me, is that, I got to get up and get my kids ready and get myself ready and go drop them off at school. And 99 times out of 100, I am getting up with 5 minutes of time to spare. And that 5 minute margin, you know what that 5 minute margin is for? It's not for me. It's if Zeke can't find his shoes, right? Yeah. If Zeke, because there's guaranteed to be something missing. There's a water bottle in the backyard. There's the soccer cleats are in the washer or in the fish pond or somewhere, right? You got to bake a little margin in for the panic time. There's going to be panic time, right? And so on the really bad days, when you do hit the snooze or you just sleep a little longer than you should, now you're in bad shape because now you're hoping everything goes perfectly. And that's usually the opposite of what happens.
See, that's where I think that I don't know if I'm built different or what. See, before I got into radio and doing that, I did work doing concerts. We were doing live concerts for a lot of big name people. So our schedule was get sleep when you can get it and sleep till the second that you can possibly get it to. And then up, and there's no snooze. Like I don't have a snooze. I don't even, I haven't done it.
Yeah.
When my alarm hits and I hear it, immediately my first movement is swing my legs over the side of the bed, grab my phone, shut off the alarm, and up and at 'em. And that's the way I've been since I was 24. So I don't know any different. But here's the other thing. I am up. My schedule is almost on par with those kind of guys because I do morning radio. So 5:30.
Right
around
right.
I want to know where my success is.
Where's my success?
Why are they writing books about me? I'm waking up that early.
I need to read the rest of the book, Etch, apparently.
Yeah, I think they would have said, "Hey, radio's probably not the way to go."
Maybe, yeah.
Right?
I mean,
it's a good time.
Oh yeah. So, I was doing a little bit of research on this because not all of this I'm taking off the top of my head, and the little bit I read. Do you know that the fetal position is the ideal way to sleep?
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone out there cares about
side,
that.
Or on your side, could be awkward if you're looking at your partner.
I know, right?
Back
and you're right. No, it's on your left side in the fetal position, because on your right side, your blood return is on your right side.
Yep.
Right. So if you're laying on your left side, it allows your blood to return and recirculate better through your body on your right side. Crazy. I'd never heard that before.
So my problem is I don't like sleeping on my left side because I'm on if you're laying down, I'm on the right side of the bed.
Oh, you are.
So
I'm a lefty.
If I'm laying on the left side, I'm facing my wife and she smells my dank breath. Like, what is going on? It stinks. So she's like, move over, switch sides, please. Like, I think she'd rather smell the dog's breath that's laying with us than my own.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm a left side and Karen's a right side. There's always that moment we're talking, we're laughing, we're watching something together, and then there's that moment that comes where we're like, okay, good night. Shoop.
Yes. I was watching something on TikTok. This is really funny because this is exactly what it was. They were talking about like when you first start dating somebody, you're like all about the cuddles. And everybody's
you're spooning, you're cuddling.
Be as close as possible when we fall asleep together. And then she goes, this is how you know you're in a committed, straight up, airtight relationship. When as soon as the time comes for you to go to sleep, automatically you both switch and you are facing opposite directions and your butts touch. When you know your butts are touching, you're like, okay, cool. So you feel that I'm there. We're good. All right, we're straight. So that's perfect.
Yeah.
And I thought about that. I'm like, she's completely right about that.
Yeah, it is. 100%. It is. I think it's true. I think it's really true.
Like, boop, you switch sides. You're facing opposite directions, butt touch. Nope, good to go.
There you go. You're in sync. You're in tune. Absolutely. Yeah. And then there is the deep sleep, right? You got all these different types of sleep. You've got light sleep and REM sleep, and which is very interesting. So REM sleep, it stands for rapid eye movement.
Yep.
And there is this time, and it's not in deep sleep. It's somewhere in between, right? And your eyes are actually clearing out all the data from the day. It's like a computer defragging. Serious is exactly what your brain is doing, is defragging everything from the day. And it's really healthy. And bottom line, guys, is it's like that Snickers commercial, right? You're not yourself when you're hungry, right? We're not ourselves when we're tired. We're just not. We're not optimal. We're not performing like we should. When we're tired, we get cranky. When we're tired, we eat too much. When we're tired, we make bad decisions. When we're tired.
That's my excuse.
Is that your excuse?
I'm tired. This is why I'm eating too much and snacking all day.
It is a great excuse. There's I've read there's 3 reasons that we eat. 3 reasons we eat. We eat out of habit. Okay. We eat because we like what we see.
Yeah.
Right. And then we eat because we're actually hungry, right? So
where would the bored eating start? Because that's like my problem.
The bored eating, I think, is your brain.
Yeah.
Right? You're eating through your brain, right? That's like that little vacation we just took this last weekend. It was amazing, by the way, guys. I went down to Florida with my wife and a couple friends, and we had such a great time. Got to watch the Red Sox spank Tampa Bay at home.
Anytime Tampa Bay anything loses, I'm happy.
Okay. I like it.
It's not
I like
because
it.
of Tom Brady.
Okay.
It's not because of that.
And then we got to go watch Tom Brady throw 5 touchdowns, throw for 450 yards. It
incredible,
was
by the
just
way.
absolutely insane. But we did a lot of brain eating down there, and we always do on these trips. And I'll always here's how it goes. All right, and just confession. After the first 2 meals we get there, I'm not even going to elaborate. It was devastating to my gut, to my it was just it was eat, and then this inevitably always happens. Babe, I know we're going out to eat tonight. Listen, I'm going to grab something real light. You know where I'm going with this. I'm going to grab something real light because I'm too full, and I don't want to be miserable the rest of this trip or the flight home or just really regret the trip overall.
Yeah.
Then what happens? You get there, and of course the place she picked out was like Mike Erstadt's like own personal restaurant. And it was ridiculous. And I'm sitting there and my brain kicked in. Was I hungry? Absolutely not. Did it look amazing? Absolutely. I was all over it.
And that's the problem, because then you're like, okay, so I'm at this restaurant. It's like when I went to Wolfgang Puck's restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Before.
Yeah.
You're like, you can't go there and not get like one of the signature dishes. Like,
Yeah.
you would be shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
It's like an opportunity that you're going to have some of the best food that you've ever eaten in your life.
Yeah.
And no, I'm just going to have the salad.
Yep.
Who says that? Who goes to Gordon Ramsay's restaurant?
Someone with a lot of discipline, brother.
Right, and doesn't get
A
like
lot of
the
discipline.
beef Wellington. Or
Yeah,
something,
sure,
You know what I mean? That's
sure.
like his signature. Who's
Yeah.
going to do that? No
Yeah,
one.
exactly.
You know?
Exactly. So I went from I'm going to have something light to I'll take the surf and turf, which is like a ton of steak and a ton of seafood. That's what it's all about, right? Just a bunch of both. So it was really good.
You ever been to one of those? What is it? Texas de Brazils. How do they pronounce it? Churrascara. It's a Brazilian type.
Is it a Brazilian steakhouse or is it?
Yes, kind of like that, where they keep on just bringing.
Oh, they keep bringing you meat.
food.
Yeah,
It's meat
yeah.
on sticks, and they're
Yep.
just like, "Hey, lamb chop." You're like, "Yes." You keep on
I
going.
had not experienced one until I was in Brazil about 4 years ago. So I was in Brazil and had to go to a Brazilian steakhouse. Finally, I just never worked out, and literally, they give you this big card. This is this big circle. It's green on one side, and red on the other.
You flip it if you want to stop or go.
And you stop or go, right? And just a tint of green, and there's an army of meat wielding men all around you. Take it, just falling it on your plate. And I was raised rough. I had oatmeal and beans and every now and then venison to eat. I grew up with very little food. So when we had food, it was gone. It was just devoured. We were always scared. So I still got this thing. I got to wipe the plate clean. I got to make sure it's all eaten. There's no way I can throw food away. It's terrible. It's just a terrible thing to me. And my kids hate me for it because they'll leave a little scrap on their plate. Next thing you know, I got Google pictures of starving children in Africa up in their face, and Zeke's crying, and stop! I can't look at that. So anyway, that's kind of me. So I got to eat it, right? So I flip the green over, and here it comes, and now I'm stuck. I got to finish this off.
You're committed.
I'm committed.
You walk home with a meat sweats.
Meat sweats, yeah, which is a real thing.
Oh, it is.
It is a real scientific condition. Is that the right way to say it? It's a real physical condition. Yeah, meat sweats.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
You eat too much and you start sweating it out.
Yeah, your body just breaks out. And
if it means Texas de Brazil, I will take the meat sweats all day. And then I will be like, when I get home, my wife would be like, "What happened to you?" I'd be like, "Oh, I've been working out, baby."
Oh, exactly.
See all the sweat?
Exactly.
Like, it smells funny. It doesn't
That's
smell
just
like
my abs right here. I got the muscles all blown up.
You're settling, aren't you? Yep.
So this guy referred me to a restaurant down in Orlando.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Junior Burgers.
Junior Burgers. So I went there. It sounds like a burger chain. It is a burger chain, but it's not McDonald's. So trust me, it's amazing. You get there and you're going to see burgers like you've never seen before.
It's a Colombian burger.
I like to, when I go places, if you go find me on Google Guides, I've been to 30 something countries, 37, I think right now. And I like to travel. And next episode, I'm actually going to talk about what I do to find rest and what I do to give myself relief, go on vacation, that sort of thing. But a little tidbit. So I am a Google guide. I think I'm a level 6 or 7 or something like that. And you can go and kind of follow me and see where I'm going. So my most commented item of all time etch is a picture of that burger. I just wanted you to know that. My most ever liked and viewed and commented is that burger
It's great.
at Junior Burgers. It's like, it's like 43,000
It's crazy.
people have seen that
place,
picture. Crazy.
A friend of mine, and this is like how I learned the gospel of Junior Burgers.
Yeah. Okay.
It started out
The gospel.
Yeah. Oh, because you gotta try it to understand it. The guy started as a food truck.
Yep.
Just outside of Universal Studios, and he would only open up, from what I understood, during like a lunch rush, and then later at night when the crowd was leaving Orlando,
after the fireworks and after the
whatever's happening.
Okay.
Hey, parks closed down, open up. You would wait an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours for a burger, like when it was really peak season. And you would wait, and you didn't care.
You didn't care because it was Junior Burgers.
Yeah,
and it was a cult.
Yeah, you would get it, but it was so good. So then this guy was featured on like, I don't know, restaurants, drive-throughs, dives, whatever.
Yeah.
One of those TV shows on the Food Network.
Food Network.
One of the best burger.
He just signed a
places
$30 million contract to continue. You know,
Really?
$30 million to go and eat food. Anyway, continue.
What am I doing with my life?
I know. What are we doing?
So they got a lot of people into their show, like into their place for that. And they were like, well, let's just open up a little storefront. So they did. And I think now he's up to like between 4 and 6 of them in Orlando.
Yeah. There was a number of them to choose from.
So
It's Guy Fieri. That's right.
Yeah. Guy
Fieri.
Yep.
Like $30 million just to go on and eat and talk about food. Yeah. Yeah. And it probably was him. At
Probably
Junior
was,
Burgers. It was the type of place that he would be at.
It's
right?
I mean it's so good.
I kept looking around.
The difference is because like it's just a burger place. If I could talk today, but it's not like they have so many different flavors. Like they have this garlic aioli type stuff that they put on it, and then they have like this pineapple sauce that they put on it, and then they put like this mayo and ketchup like mixture, and then they put, and if you want it, you can get it with an egg. You can get it with like 50 other different toppings, not 50, but you know,
it is
a lot of toppings.
You know,
potato chips.
You've all been to those places where you look at the menu and like, okay, someone was trying a little hard to be unique here, right? Mm-hmm. This is not that place. You walk in and you're like, you see some crazy ingredients, and you're like, that actually don't sound bad.
Yeah,
on a burger,
right?
So that's what I got. I got some. And I can't remember what it was. I'll have to look back at the pictures, but it had a bunch of stuff on it that I've never put on a burger, and it was good.
A guy from Junior Burgers, if you would like to, speak of endorsements or anything
absolutely.
Like that, so we're in Orlando, just get a free burger.
Yep. You know, this our free gift to you, right? At least maybe
bring you a mug.
2 to 3 people will now visit over the next 10 years as a result of our calling you out.
If you're going to the Orlando area, check out Junior's Colombian Burgers. You will thank us. Trust me.
It's very good. So
back to sleep.
Back to sleep. When you sleep, right, your brain makes better decisions and will keep you away from eating just because you're bored, just because your brain says something. Instead, you'll get more in tune with your body. Something my wife again would say. Oh my gosh, I'm just saying it myself now. It just feels so right. It feels so wrong.
I know, right?
Well, I think that's a wrap for today.
Sure.
I'm going to go get some rest.
I'm not. I'm going to go and stay up for another like 4 hours.
Stay up and
watch like garbage
TV. Yep.
We got this because I was so upset over the fact that I can never get, we cut cable.
Okay.
We have our streaming stuff.
Oh, nice.
I've spent as much as I spend on cable on streaming all the different things I have now.
Yeah.
But the one that I could never get was Fox. And of course, the Lions play on Fox.
Oh, yeah.
You know, all these different games. So I'm a huge football fan. So I'm like, I'm going to go out and I'm just going to get one of those antennas, those aerials. So I'm like, cool. So I popped that up. And all of a sudden, because we have our favorite shows that we watch on Netflix, on Hulu, whatever. And I don't watch much like regular TV, right? Like it doesn't appeal to me. All of a sudden we got this antenna. I'm like, ooh, what's on live? Ooh, what's on Fox? Ooh, what's on ABC right now? And it's like all these garbage shows, but I'm like sucked in now.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? Why am I sucked into these stupid brainless shows? It's terrible.
It is,
and like 11:30 at night watching this garbage.
They are designed to suck you in. There's this new one out there called Squid Game.
Yes, that movie. I haven't seen it yet.
I mean, I hear that it's good.
Yeah, right. I don't know anything about it. All I've heard is that. But here was the thing.
I may or may not have watched the entire thing.
I don't. Yep. How was the subtitle situation? Because usually with me, I'm like, I can separate the two.
It was doable, but I struggle too.
Yeah.
So when I watch shows, I'm actually not engaged. I'm watching it while I'm folding laundry and cleaning I got to get a couple things done at a time. Right. So I rarely just sit and watch something. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm clicking this, I'm putting this in, I'm doing something else. So anyway, split focus, which my wife again says doesn't exist, but I try. So thank you for listening to our crazy talk about sleep. I hope you got something good out of this. I hope you go get the best night's sleep of your life. And I hope you build good habits. Consistency is where it's all at. And that brain of ours, it's really powerful. You know, we're using only about 20% of it, 15% of it, 10% of it on average.
If you're my daughters, you're probably working off about 5% of it when I'm trying to tell you to do something.
Could be even less, just to tune it right down to the minimum.
It's on the iPad.
Yeah, minimum input. But just rest that thing. It's powerful. There's a lot of things we can accomplish if we're optimized. And again, hate to break it down to science, but there is science behind it all. And just go get some sleep. And don't use that snooze button. The sleep in between the time you hit the snooze and the time you actually get up, it's worthless. It's called fragmented sleep. It's actually bad for you.
Yep.
I hope you remember that. I hope next time you go to hit the snooze button, I never do this. I'd never, ever do it. I just heard a long time ago how bad that was for you, for your body, what you're teaching to your body. You hit that snooze, that next 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes is worthless sleep. It is not good. I know it feels right. It feels like it's going to be amazing. It's no good for you.
Yeah.
It's no good. It could ruin your day. Follow us on Facebook, like us on Twitter. However that works, or like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Sometimes I can't remember which is which. And you can go over to YouTube, where our YouTube channel is starting to ramp up too. So if you want to go like us, follow us, comment on YouTube. We love to hear from you. As always, I'm the Broker Joe.
And I am.
And we're going to go play ping pong right now. Here we go.
I'm going to lose.
All right.